Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the last day of June. It's hard to believe, 30th day of June. Time as I make this is 3:58 a.m. Hi, Rich here. Let's talk weather. Of course, last week I was at the AMS Broadcast Conference in Boise, Idaho, with 250 broadcasters from around the country. And on Friday, I had that 19-hour horrendous travel day. And you know, a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people on Friday were diverted to other cities and had to sleep on the floor at the airports. Anyway, that was Friday for a number of reasons, not the least of which was a huge storm in the Atlanta area that caused a melee of problems, the worst travel day of the year. But I digress. Let's talk weather. Yesterday, the number of showers and storms were once again very impressive. A lot of towns got wet. Not every town got wet. I had 0.18 here. The airport had 0.30. You may have had more than an inch and a half. That's the way it works on a summer day. And for the last couple of weeks, the rain chances have been sky high each day. But that's going to change by about Wednesday. More on that in just a moment. Today, radar will be active again, and so will it be tomorrow, Tuesday. You could argue 70 to 80% probabilities. They'll still be random, but your chances of seeing a storm with some locally heavy downpours is pretty good. I've got us around 90 today and tomorrow. But then there is, and you'll see on the blog update, a front that's going to come into the state on Wednesday and deliver somewhat drier air. So for the first time in I don't know how long, weeks maybe, the rain chances will thin out quite a bit as we get into Wednesday, Thursday. Friday is the 4th of July. And Saturday as we get into the 4th of July weekend. So the number of storms will thin out. That doesn't mean you're not going to get a heavy downpour perhaps, but your chances of seeing one are going to be much lower. You follow me? And temperatures will elevate too. I think by the time we get to the 4th of July and Saturday, we're in the mid-90s for a high temperature with triple-digit heat indices. Oh boy. Lots of people are going to be outside. And by the way, let me mention, because lots of people are going to be outside, the week with the highest lightning deaths traditionally every year is 4th of July week. That's because people are outside, you know. People are golfing, people are boating, people are on the beach, and that's why we remind you that if you hear thunder, even distant thunder, you are close enough to be struck and killed. You could be up to 10 miles from the storm. In other words, the storm doesn't have to be right over you. You could have blue skies right over you. You could be up to 10 miles away. But if you hear any thunder, even distant thunder, you could be struck and killed. All right, what else is happening in the Gulf of Mexico? The National Hurricane Center promoted Tropical Depression number 2 to Barry yesterday in the Bay of Campeche in the extreme southwestern Gulf. It has now gone ashore in Mexico and is now a tropical depression. Meanwhile, in the northeastern Gulf and extending into the Atlantic, there is a quote-unquote area to watch. Why is that? Well, that front that's going to come through here on Wednesday will stall in the northern Gulf. And sometimes when a front stalls for a few days in the warm tropical waters, a tropical entity could form. So right now there's a 20% probability of that happening. That's about it. I can't think of anything else to tell you. This morning, everything is back to normal, including live on the radio, 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1 WACV. There will be another forecast discussion tomorrow, video, that's what this is, and blog update in the 4 o'clock hour on the first day of July. And your forecast, whenever you want it, across the dial on 8 radio stations, even when I'm in Boise, Idaho, or Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, my microphone goes with me, and you hear my forecast every single day of the year, including Christmas Day. Have a great day today, and I'll see you later.
Have you got our weather app on your phone or tablet? It not only gives you local information, it is a great travel partner wherever you're going. Let's say you're going to Chicago or wherever. It's going to give you the weather for that location, including alerts, because it knows where you are. It's got radar, future radar, hourly forecast, 10-day forecast, access to all my posts, and so much more. Free in the App Store. Just search Rich Thomas Weather.
Rich Thomas Weather.